up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car till you get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you guitar and then call filling up. I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. The dog is electric. When and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro,
What up?
What up?
What up? Episode 25. My name is Flo. That guy over there, that's Canteen. This is the Bottom Line, episode 25.
Bottom line.
Welcome back. We appreciate all our new members. We got, I think, something like 200 or 594. We're almost up to 600. Almost up to 600. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Almost up to 600. Let's get a little clap for that. Yeah. All right. Welcome back. All right, we're trying to get to 625 by Labor Day. Help us out. Go join the Facebook group.
2 weeks.
Look us up. Look us up on YouTube. Why not? Give us a chance. We appreciate you. Talk a little fun. We got fantasy football coming up soon. Let me turn on my regular music. But we got fantasy football coming up. We got the draft on the Sunday, the 4th. You got something on down there? You watching something?
So you know everything. Give me a call when you can. If you got any questions or anything. Other than that, I'll see you guys
not me, bro.
Friday.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
can you hear that background? Somebody talking?
Yes, I'm talking with like a voice message or something.
Oh, okay. I was like, who's that? I don't know who that was, man.
I don't hear.
That's crazy. Okay, it's a ghost out there. All right. Welcome back. So with fantasy football, go check it out. We got Fantasy Football League. What is that? Uh-oh.
Hi, it's Valerie with Integrity Service, your local
What's going on? Hold on.
and appliance contractor. Please give us a call when you have a moment at 256.
Oh,
I don't know what.
No, bro.
It's the ghost.
9402. Thank you.
I don't know what's
hey,
going
Mr.
on.
Flores, this is Duncan Mansell with Wackaroo.
Let's see. Oh, okay, I got you. That's crazy. I was like, what's all that? Anyway, all right. So anyway, we got 10 teams on the Fantasy Football League. Go join the Fantasy Football League. Check it out. Help us out. We had some fun playing the second annual Fantasy Football League. Emmanuel Rain, I think, won it last year. He won the fantasy football league. But go check it out. Do a fantasy football and have some fun with us. Me and Canteen have some fun. You guys can have some fun with us. We got still got like 6 slots in there. So go in there and help us out and go check it out. All right. So let's get right into it, Canteen. We're gonna jump right in and get going. And so the Hall of Fame's coming up. The new enshrinement's coming up, and got a few. They already named the inductees and the presenters. A few notables in there. Tim Hardaway, presented by Isaiah Thomas, Mitch Richmond, Chris Mullen. A lot of people. Nate Archibald will be presenting. Yolanda Griffith. So Manu Ginobili, you have Tim Duncan who presenting him. Manu Ginobili, well deserved from the Spurs. Lindsey Whalen, presented by Dawn Staley and Charles Barkley, one of the female inductees. And then George Karl, another kind of people would know. Roy Williams and Gary Payton will be presenting him along with Bobby Jones. So George Karl, a coach that's been around for a while. He was with the Sonics for a long time. Went to the NBA Finals against Michael Jordan way back when. Yeah, but there's some notables on there. Anybody you'd like to see in the Hall of Fame that's not, or anything? Got anything to say about the Hall of Fame coming up? I think in October. I induct them in October.
Phenomenal lineup, man. I mean, when you look at, you got guys like Isaiah Thomas, Chris Mullen gonna present him, but to me the most is Ginobili gonna play for you guys. Spurs, Tim Duncan, but the bench, man, George Karl, man,
yeah.
So much adversity.
Yeah.
He's been through so much adversity. Man, he had cancer. He's coached.
Right.
But he's resilient. He was a great coach trying to play Jordan back in the day. So applaud him and his efforts as well.
Right.
He was the one that stood up.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so they'll be inducted here pretty soon. I think in October they induct them. I'm not sure. But it'll be this year. Our new inductees, Ginobili, George Karl, some new. I also think Dale Harris, he used to coach for the Lakers. He's going to get inducted. So, yeah, quite a few people getting inducted. So congratulations to all them guys getting inducted to the NBA or is it the basketball? I think I think they can officially call it the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame, but it's the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Great.
But, yeah. All right. Shout out to them. So, speaking of inductees or, things like that, Lakers was going to retire Paul Gasol's number 16. Oops. I had something in there that I didn't want in there, but anyway, yeah. So they're gonna retire his jersey. He's a 2-time champion, won both with LA, played 18 seasons, 6.5 with the Lakers. He earned 3 all-time nods, 3 all-star honors during his time with the Lakers. He provided some crucial play with Kobe Bryant in the back-to-back championships also, and they also went to the finals in 2008, losing to the Celtics in 6. So he went to 3 finals, won 2. What do you think? Should they retire Paul Gasol? Is that kind of a reach? I don't know. I mean, he wasn't like an all-time great Laker.
Not much. I mean, he played the team, but he won't retire his jersey just yet, man. Still too early.
Too early? You got to die first, or what?
Hey, man, he's laid a great mark after they retired Shaq's jersey.
Did they retire Shaq?
Got their thing, so that's what I'm saying. Guys like that.
Yeah, I mean, but Shaq was with so many teams. Who do you put? I guess you put him with the Lakers, right? Because he won one with Miami.
He won the most champions.
Yeah, I mean, he won 2 with the Lakers, yeah, and then he won 1 with Miami. Yeah. He was with Miami for a few years, but I think most of his years were with the Magic. So I mean, I guess theoretically the Magic could retire him, even though he didn't bring him a championship. He had some good years with them. I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah. Pau Gasol retiring number 16. I don't know. It seems more like a publicity thing. I don't know. I mean, he wasn't an all-time great. I mean, he was good when he was there. I mean, he helped Kobe win a championship. I don't know that you retire his jersey, though. It's kind of weird.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, put him up. You can put him up in the rafters. Put his name up in the rafters. That's cool.
His jersey.
But retire his jersey? That's kind of weird.
You're reaching.
Let us.
You
Yeah,
reach it.
I think so too. I don't know. Let me know, Lakers fan. Is this a reach? Pau Gasol retiring his number 16 jersey? I don't know. Weird. Anyway, all right. So speaking of the Lakers, LeBron James agreed to a 2-year deal. $97.1 million extension includes a third-year option for James, who turns 38 on December 30th. He was limited to signing a 2-year extension because he is going to be 38, older than the current deal expires. The rule, it's a rule. If you're over 38, you can't have more than a 2-year extension.
Bargain agreement.
Yeah, he's also ineligible for the no trade clause because he agreed to an extension as opposed to signing a whole new deal. So he can be traded. So in essence, they could trade him. They wanted to. If the Lakers would do that, I don't know that they would want to trade LeBron unless they could get a big haul in for him. What do you think? What do you think about this deal with LeBron, the Lakers?
I think it's a smooth deal, man. Almost 100 million, 2 more years, but to help him win the championship. What else can you bring in to help him? I mean, AD, to me, AD is injured all the time and consistent.
If he can stay healthy,
you need some young help him. Yeah. Young guns in order for them to.
But LeBron, he likes to play with veterans. LeBron likes to play with veterans. He don't like playing with the young guys.
Well, he should know. I think I got Carmelo Anthony. All them
Yeah.
Do anything.
Yeah. I mean, and then it just Westbrook's just not a good fit for them. So unless Westbrook is gonna come off the bench, I mean that's just gonna be another. It's just gonna be something hold you back if you got Westbrook starting for you. So yeah, right. I don't know, man. I mean, some people were saying that he might hold out. LeBron, just to see if they can get some more help. Yeah, I mean, because he doesn't have to sign the extension. He's got 1 more year. He could wait till later, but I guess I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he's trying to, show that he's committed, and maybe trying to get other players to commit to the team by him showing he's committed to being there for another couple years. So, or at least 3, because it's this year, so it extends 2 years, and then he's got a 3rd-year option after that. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let us know what you think about the Lakers signing LeBron to a 2-year extension. Does that entice people to come there? I don't know. Maybe. Let us know what you think. All right.
Yeah, I mean, when he's taking most of the caps, and you bring in an effective player.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what are you gonna do? Speaking of let's go to switch gears to the NCAA football. So the top 25, the AP top 25 came out. I can go through the list. Let's get the first 10 or so, and then maybe I can bring it up on the screen. Let me see if I can bring it up. It might be easier to do it that way.
Bring it up.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring it up on the screen. So it came out. Let me see here. Let me see. Try this here. Here we go. All right. You see that, Canteen?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's scroll up a little. Scroll up a little bit. Get to the teams.
I'm gonna see if it looks better like this. No, that looks good. I think I like it like this. It makes it bigger. All right. So here's your top 25. We'll just go through. We'll scroll through there. Alabama's number 1. Ohio State's number 2. Georgia's number 3. That's your team. Clemson number 4. Notre Dame number 5. Texas A&M number 6. Utah number 7. Utah. Michigan number 8. Oklahoma's number 9. Baylor's number 10. Oregon's number 11. Oklahoma State 12. North Carolina State 13. USC 14. Michigan State 15. Miami 16. Pittsburgh 17. And then rounding out the top 25, you got Wisconsin, Arkansas, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Wake Forest, Cincinnati, Houston, and then BYU cracking the top 10 or the top 25 at the preseason, basically. So anything here at Canteen you agree, disagree with any of these? Like a big disagreement? Or
man, at the end of the day, man, I think it's cool. Alabama fans, they like to talk a lot. Number 1, I don't know if they were rebuilding, doing all. For me, I think George B. I don't want to be top 10 where I'm at 3.
Right. You're good at 3?
4, I totally disagree with
With who?
Notre Dame. No, Clemson, Notre Dame.
They're too high?
Way too high. And then
Way too high?
You too high too.
I don't know. Utah supposedly had a good team last year. They finished and they moved up. I think they got a lot of starters coming back. I don't know. A lot of people like Utah.
They had a pretty decent team. And then, like me.
Yeah, Cincinnati's down in 23.
That's what I'm saying. I
Right.
They were like contenders last year.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think.
I mean, Texas Tech. I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, we didn't do very well. I mean, we finished well. We beat Mississippi State in the bowl game, and so.
Hey, y'all be the SEC perennial powerhouse.
Yeah, I mean, I think down here, did they give us some votes? They didn't give us any votes down here. I mean, we got a new coach, so I think we got a new coach. I think that's a little bit of it. They don't really know a lot about our new coach, Coach McGuire. He's a Texas guy. He's coming from Baylor, but he spent a lot of time in Texas high schools, championships in the Texas region, and he spent some time at Baylor. And so, since he's a new head coach, you know, but man, I'm really excited about Joey McGuire. He's got a lot of fire. He's really excited. He said this was his dream job. So I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, you don't get a lot of coaches saying that. So I feel like he's going to put his all into it. I feel like he had a good recruiting class. So Texas Tech I think they'll crack the top 25 at some point this year. Yeah, I think they will. They play Houston. And they play Houston, who's ranked right now. So hopefully Houston wins their first game. They'll still be ranked when we play them. We play them, I think, the second game of the season. We play the Houston Cougars. So that could help us if we beat them. But yeah, I think I'm actually surprised that Texas isn't on here, because they always like to put Texas. No matter how they did the year before, they like to put Texas in the top 25. You know, usually about 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there. So I'm surprised Texas isn't on here, to be honest. Are you a little surprised about Texas?
Yeah. Texas, where's Oklahoma? They didn't come in the top 10.
Yeah, Oklahoma's in the top 10.
Okay.
And then Baylor's number 10. I'm a little surprised. Baylor seems a little high, but they did play well last year. So
A&M,
Oklahoma State's in there.
Right.
A&M's been moving up ever since. So, well, you know, you got OU and Texas next year. After this year, they're gonna move into the SEC. Y'all gonna be even harder. It's gonna be harder. Hope they move into your division, you know, so that way they can make your division harder, because y'all got an easy division on your side, the Georgia side. Yeah, do y'all have A&M on your side? Who they're not on your side, all right?
No, A&M's on the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they should move Texas into yours or Oklahoma, one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll strengthen your strength of schedule. But yeah, I don't have any big qualms. I was just surprised Texas was in there. I was surprised about Utah too. I don't know a lot about them, but apparently a lot of people think they're pretty good. They made them in the top 10, so that's kind of interesting. And then North Carolina State, they're in the number 13. I don't know a lot about NC State. I didn't think they were good. Maybe they got a lot of good returning people. Pittsburgh, they lost their quarterback. What's his name? The guy.
Can't Pickett.
Pickett, but they're still in December 17, so they must have a good crew coming back. They're number 17. I hadn't seen Pitt in the top 25 in a while, and then Wake Forest is in the top 25. That's kind of surprising.
Man.
Kentucky's been good, actually. I would be surprised normally, but Kentucky's had a good football program the last 2 or 3 years. They've had a half decent program, and so I can see that they're there now. I think we took Anyway, we got a whole new staff. I think we took I was going to say we took the guy from Kentucky, the offensive coordinator at Texas Tech. We took him. But no, I think he was playing with another team. He was coaching with another team. So anyway, any final thoughts on that, Cantina?
Hey, like I said, man,
25?
I think Georgia's going to have a spectacular year.
Yeah?
Alabama, bust. You know what I mean? Excuses about
bust.
Have enough players. I mean, they all always make excuses. Making an excuse when we won. We won this shit. Okay? Yeah. They just piss me off, man. Alabama fans are the worst.
Yeah, Alabama, they crazy, man. So let's watch. So speaking of some of the football, we're gonna go into NFL. Let's look at some of this. Let's look at a good preseason. We had a preseason game this past weekend, and let's see if I have this. Here we go. Let's watch this preseason game. So, can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right.
Come on. Turpin.
Yeah, Turpin. Woo. 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 Go. Gone. Devontae Turpin, we got a returner now. Oh my. That's crazy. Did you see that return, man? That was crazy. That's his second one. Because he returned a kickoff for a return. He did 2 return for touchdowns. Devontae Turpin. Shout out to the Devontae Turpin, man. He was the USFL MVP. Now he's on our team. We got ourselves a returner, baby. Let's go. Woo! We got ourselves a return, baby. Let's go. So, speaking of preseason, any preseason games you want to look at? We had a lot of preseason games. We had Washington lose to the Chiefs 14-24. Any games you want to talk about? I'm not gonna lie. We looked pretty good in this preseason game, but granted, it is preseason. But go ahead.
Y'all man. I really enjoyed watching good repetition. I think you guys put the ball, and even with that kick, punt return, whatever it was, really good, man.
He did a kick return and a punt return. He ran one of each.
Buffalo, Denver game, Buffalo looked exceptionally well.
Buffalo, yeah, that's crazy. Did what's his name even play?
I don't think
Russell Wilson.
Hey, man, Allen played a little bit.
He just played a few plays. I don't even know what happened. So right now you got Bengals and Giants. Second quarter, close to halftime. It's 9-7.
9-7,
yeah, and then Baltimore and
I like Detroit,
Arizona.
man.
Detroit won theirs, yeah.
He shocked me by that 1 point game.
Yeah. It doesn't look like Russell Wilson played at all that game, but man, they tore up. Buffalo did tear up the Broncos.
Good, man. They won 2 preseason games.
Where's the Bronco lover? Where's the Bronco lover? Sound the alarm.
Well, yeah.
Where's the Bronco lover? What happened? I know it's preseason, but it's funny still. Anyway, yeah. So Pittsburgh won. They beat the Jags. The Raiders won 15-13. Weird scores, 15-13. Raiders and Dolphins.
Jaguars.
And then
Jaguars lost.
Yeah, the Jaguars lost to Pittsburgh 15-16.
Yeah.
That's a weird score too.
Weird score too.
The Bucs lost, but I don't think Brady played. But they only scored 3 points.
Nah, Brady's been away with some person like that, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so speaking of preseason, so the Ravens are undefeated in preseason since something like 2013. They're undefeated in preseason. Should they try and keep that streak up as long as they can? I mean, what's up with that? What do you think about that streak that they're undefeated since 2013? Wow.
And
that's crazy to think of. That's a crazy streak, though. It's only preseason, but how do you go undefeated in preseason for that many years? Almost 9 years.
Yeah.
Undefeated. That's crazy. What do you think what do you attribute that streak to?
I don't know, man. I know Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson, he's not going to get no $230 million.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar's only been with them, 4 or 5 years?
4 or 5
right?
years.
Yeah, they've been doing this for almost 10 years, so. It could be, to me, it sounds it's maybe it's coaching a little bit. Maybe a little bit is that they have a lot of depth. It seems like the Ravens have always had quite a bit of depth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they've been good at having depth because even when Lamar Jackson went out, I can't remember the guy that came in for him. You remember that guy's name? That came in for him. He's kind of Lamar Jackson-esque, for lack of a better term. Let me see. I think he might be on the roster, but yeah, he plays a little bit like Lamar, and I'm assuming that's why they drafted him. Is it Tyler Huntley? Is that him?
Tyler Hunt?
I think it's Tyler Hunt. Yeah, Tyler Huntley, 6'1", 196. He can move around a little bit. Yeah, like he went in there. Anthony Brown, same type of player. He's out of Oregon. They drafted him this year, so at least they got backups that have similar styles to Lamar, and so I think a lot of it is, the Ravens have just. I think at first it was just the fact that, it kind of started that way, and I think they've always have good. They're good at having good players at every position, and then good backups, right?
Backup, yeah.
Yeah, they always have good backups. I don't know how they do it. There maybe it's their scouting staff, it's their coaching or whatever, but that's kind of crazy that they are undefeated that long. I'm kind of interested to see. It almost root for them to continue this streak just because it's a crazy streak. It doesn't really mean anything. It's preseason, but it's kind of cool to have that, a streak of, of that for that many years of just preseason. But anyway, all right, NFL. Speaking of NFL, we got DeShawn Watson, 11-game suspension, and it could get increased. On top of that, Watson was suspended, and it could be increased. So the NFL announced Watson's punishment on Thursday. One key part of the deal noted by Roger Goodell as the settlement is compliance with professional evaluation and treatment plan. According to ESPN.com, the evaluation and treatment plan will be handled by a third-party behavioral expert. And if Watson wants to get reinstated, he'll have to comply with any recommendations by the expert. Watson doesn't comply with these treatments. His reinstatement could be delayed, and he could lead to more games suspension. So 11 games, plus he's got to go to these third-party behavioral expert for treatment. What do you think? 11 games, and then he could get increased, and then they added this stipulation. He's got to do this kind of treatment. What do you call it? Professional evaluation treatment plan. What do you think? Thoughts?
And I totally agree with punishment and all that stuff, man. And the guy settled. They didn't find him like in a civil court. I'm trying to figure out. Like he went through all the different guilty, right?
Right. Yeah. It was a grand jury. Didn't find him guilty. Grand jury.
Yeah. The only thing the NFL was in this case, man, past experiences that you and I know actually assaulted and raped. Did they suspend him? No, they ain't suspended. There have been guys that have Kareem Hunt beat his girlfriend.
He got suspended though. Not 11 games. But I think the whole point of DeShawn Jackson is because it was 24 women that came forward. 24 women. I think the magnitude of the amount of people that came, I think, highlighted. Even though it wasn't no criminal charges per se, according to the NFL, he violated their policy. So they got to do something because the NFL has a reputation to uphold. It can't seem like they're going light on any kind of domestic. Something that could be considered domestic, could be considered, harassment to women or whatever the case may be. You can't really go too light. So I understand the NFL's point, and I understand why they did it.
But then I don't think
it seems a little aggressive.
I don't think they're fair and poke at Lamar Jackson. Look at DeShawn Watson. Spending what in debt for entire gambling? A 15. I mean, when I look at his point, Watson is pretty lucky compared to some other people that have gotten into some of the same issues, but they've been suspended because they've had that have occurred in their careers, really.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the judge said that she couldn't give him any more because of their history, precedents that the NFL has set as far as
Right.
How they've treated other people with something similar.
Correct.
So she said that she wasn't really she's a judge, but she was just a third party that was kind of looking at the case, kind of a impartial party, if you will, looking at the case and seeing what was the right punishment. And so she just gave him basically what the NFL had been giving everybody else. And then the NFL comes in and is a little harsher because I think they feel like they have to be, so they don't look,
man.
so they don't look like they're being going light on
right.
domestic violence.
Because,
yeah.
But you got to look at also a lot of people that's in sexual assault and all that stuff. I mean, if that guy had to start out playing and protest at the NFL bet, and
right.
that would cause me. So I got 11. But here's the NFL got it wrong. 11 games, and then put it back to reinstate him to play. He could possibly play against his old team. Week 12.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think he will, as long as he complies with what they're asking him, he'll be there. But it all depends on DeShawn Watson. And then on top of that, let me see. You heard DeShawn Watson. He came out and he maintained his innocence. He says, "I'm going to continue to stand on my innocence." Watson told the media he had his own press conference after it came out. He said, "Just because the settlement and things like that happen doesn't mean a person is guilty of anything." So is this a good idea for him to come out and claim his innocence still?
Nah.
Is this the right timing? Is this the right time to do it? Should he just say, "I'm glad it's behind me. I want to move forward"? Not even address his innocence.
Just say, "I'm done. Everything's just in place for a reason. I apologize. Just move out."
No, but I think he perpetuates it by saying he's innocent of anything. I don't know. Even if he is innocent, this isn't the right time to come out after you've been suspended for 11 games for violating the policy, the NFL, conduct policy. You come out and say, "Hey, I'm not guilty. I'm innocent. That doesn't mean I'm guilty," and all this stuff. I don't know. It just seems a little poor timing, I think, by DeShawn there. I don't know. Whoever his media guy, whoever his people are, they should have told him, "Hey, don't say anything."
Sat him down.
Right. Somebody should have sat him down.
Yes.
He should have said, "Don't discuss your guilt or innocence. Just say you accept what happened and you want to try and move on from whatever happened." Don't get specifics in guilt and innocent. Somebody should have sat him down and told him that. I don't know. That just seems like, wow. And then the Browns said they say they're comfortable going with Jacoby Brissett. Speaking of the suspension, so they're going to be out 11 games without Watson, and they say they're fine moving forward with Brissett. The GM Andrew Berry said Thursday the team was comfortable with Brissett, but they didn't rule out adding another quarterback. So what do you think here? You think if Brissett struggles, they bring in somebody like Garoppolo?
if they roll with Brissett, man, I think it does. And when you if they want to get Garoppolo, go ahead and get him in the system, get him to understand what they got going on.
Get him in there now?
Yeah.
Right.
Man, if you do 3 games and then you come in, y'all old, and you got to bring this guy in there up and some, and
right.
Want to bring Watson back.
Right. Bring him in. Bring him in now.
Yeah. Bring Garoppolo in now. I would.
Yeah. But they said they're comfortable with Brissett. I'd say if you're comfortable with him, just say you're comfortable with him. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just ride him out. Ride him out. I'm probably going to if they start out like 0-3 or they're like 1-4 after 5 games, they're going to start calling for another quarterback. But
then you got problems.
Yeah, then you got problems for sure. Anyway, so all right. So speaking of the Browns, Baker Mayfield, who used to be a Browns quarterback, was named the starter in Carolina. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold had been in an open competition, supposedly open competitions for the starting job.
Yeah.
However, according to The Athletic, the former Heisman Trophy winner is expected to be named the starter. Baker So old team, the Cleveland Browns, head to Carolina in week 1. So Baker is probably going to play his old team, the Cleveland Browns. Baker is the starter. Week 1, baby. I think you almost had to have that game. If Baker's not playing that game, who watches Carolina versus Panthers? Who really cares about that game? Right? Nope. Unless Baker's playing, nobody really cares about that game. Now that game probably becomes your game of the week, probably. Don't you think?
Yeah. Nah.
I mean,
game of the week that week. Y'all are the game of.
But it becomes a bigger national game. I mean, more people want to see it. If Baker's in there.
Game.
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's why they did it, but he's the starter now and he's got the job. So we'll see what happens. I still think they should stick with the run game a little more, kind of like they did with the Browns. Heavy run, and let's see what Baker does. See what happens. All right, so finishing up our topics for tonight, the bottom line, episode 25. Appreciate all you guys watching. Do all that good stuff. We got people on the Facebook group, bottom line. We appreciate you watching. The guy on Twitch watching. I don't know if that's the same guy every week. He should comment or something, but there's somebody on Twitch that comes every week. Always see him on there, so I appreciate you. Yeah, there's always one guy. I don't know if it's the same guy, but if it is, we appreciate it. All right, so the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, according to Stephen Jones, he's saying he's had his best camp of his career. The executive president, Stephen Jones, spoke highly of Dak in training camp performance. His quote from Jones says, "I thought he had his best camp that I've seen since he's been a Cowboy." What? The best camp he's ever had. I don't know. Maybe he has. We haven't seen him play because it's all preseason. But I hope he's at his best camp. I still think they should stick with the run a little more. Like his first couple of years. When Dak was his rookie and second year, they ran a lot more.
Yeah, y'all need to use that for another passing game for y'all, man. That's what y'all should do.
Uh-huh.
I mean, y'all pay that guy all that money. Wow. Somebody said, wow.
I don't know if it's wow because of us or wow because of something we said. Anyway, we appreciate you commenting. So, I think it's going to be tough on that because Amari was kind of the guy that made that offense go, especially on the passing game. There's a lot of pressure going to be on CeeDee Lamb. We got a lot of young receivers right now. Simi Fehoko and some other people we lost. We thought Cedric Wilson was a good third receiver. We lost him in the offseason. We lost Amari Cooper. But we do have Kavontae Turpin. Maybe we'll put him in that little slot position. Eventually, we'll move him in there. Who knows? He's going to do kick returns and punt returns for sure. Maybe we finally found our Tyreek. We found our Tyreek for us. What do you think? Turpin, yeah. He's good. He's fast. He runs like a 4.2.
What I gotta do, man, is I keep reiterating. One's gonna tell me a lot about y'all people. If y'all be Tampa 1 and y'all be Cincinnati, and I would say y'all are in the draft. Y'all probably something. Y'all gotta win the first two.
Hey, if we're gonna win, we gotta run the ball. That's what I say. We gotta be committed to the run, and I just don't trust Kellen Moore to be committed to the run. He's just not a run guy. He likes to, even if the run's working, he'll start passing it for some reason. I don't know what his deal is.
The ball.
He does. Just run the ball. Man. If the runs work, run to pass, run to open the pass. That's what I say. Kellen Moore, he loves passing. He wants to show how innovative he is and how cute he is. I mean, he does some good things here and there, but man, if the run is working, man, just run the ball. And then pass. The pass will come eventually. If you're running it down somebody's throat, that's going to bring people up. That's going to bring the linebackers up, the safeties up. You'll be able to hit some stuff over the top. You'll be able to get the pass going. But he likes to pass to run. And that's what gets me is I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is who it is.
Back to him. It's
okay. All right. Appreciate you being in here. So I think maybe Dak did have a good a good training camp. So we'll see what happens. I mean, that all depends on what happens in the first game, right? So Saints won't win 8 games.
Hey,
who said that? Is that
I'm on the red carpet. The Saints out by 3 touchdowns. We Atlanta. He don't want to want.
Is that what you put that on Facebook? They won't hit 8 games.
That quarterback, Winston.
Yeah, Winston. Winston's pretty good though. Last year, I have to admit, Winston was doing pretty good last year. Until he got hurt, he was doing all right. He was solid. He was solid though.
All right.
You don't think?
Week 1. You think they week 1? Yes or no?
Oh, what's that? Tell me again.
It's gonna beat us week 1 in Atlanta.
They're gonna beat y'all. Is that week 1? Yeah, they're gonna beat y'all.
Yeah.
They'll beat y'all, and then you'll lose your bet of 17-0. You'll be done already.
Man.
All right, brother. What are you thinking, bro? Any final thoughts for the people out there?
Bro, man, we got 2 weeks, man.
2 weeks. All right. Go join that. Hey, go out there and join our fantasy football league on Facebook. You'll have the link. You can send me a personal message. I'll send you the link. We got some more slots in there for the fantasy football. Go in there and jump in. It's Yahoo Fantasy Football. I'll send you the link. The link is in the Facebook page, The Bottom Line Sports on Facebook.
Hey, you said we're going back to Saturday.
What's that?
We got to figure out how we're going to
September. The draft. The draft is on the 4th. Are we? And then we might have that on the 8th. Have that first game pregame for the NFL. So yeah. So look forward. We got to get in before the draft for the fantasy football on September 4th. We got the draft for the fantasy football league for our fantasy football league. Try that out, man. We appreciate you. Put your comments. Go back and watch the repeat. Let us know what you think about anything that's going on. But we appreciate you. Trying to get to 625 on Facebook before Labor Day. Help us out. Go join the Facebook group. Appreciate you guys.
I got you.